Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a remake of a poor quality video that I have had on my channel for quite a long time, and it was the Goth Tag video. Question number 1. How long have you been goth? I have been alternative since I was 12 or 13 years old, so listening to Blink 182, Sum 41, etc. But I evolved into a more gothy style when I was 15 or 16, so that makes 8 to 9 years now, so that's a long time already. Question number 2. How were you introduced to goth? When I was younger, I had my cousins who listened to alternative music, who listened to Korn and to Rammstein, etc. And they actually took me with them to the festival Graspop, which is a metal festival here in Belgium. And there obviously were goths there, since there were bands like Dead Stars and the Body here. And that's when I actually encountered goth people, and I was really inspired and wanted to be like them. And I had never heard of that subculture before. So they were handing out flyers for, I think it was Nocturna at the time, and Vampire Party, and those are the parties I first went to when I was, I think, 16 or 17, but I had been on my own, in my own gothy world, because of Vampire Freaks, I think since I was 16. Question number 3. What gothic subgenre do you put yourself in? I don't put myself into one bracket because I like to be really diverse with my clothing, with my makeup. Even the music I listen to varies from day to day and from mood to mood. So I don't really specifically can put myself into one category. I really like the trad goth style of clothing and of jewelry and of like nose to ear chains, etc. But I am not a big fan of the trad goth music. I do like Susie and the Banshees, I do like The Cure, but I don't consider myself trad goth because I also listen to EDM and electronical music. I go out to that type of parties, and most of the time I am dressed in a more military goth fashion, when I go out at least, because I really love the fashion style. So for me, goth isn't just one subgenre that I fit into multiple. Question number 4. What do you believe to be the basis of the gothic subculture? I think that literature is a big part of the goth subculture. Art is, well, literature is part of art and music is part of art as well, but I think those 3 things are the pillars of goth, and expressing yourself, being able to be who you are, as dark as it can be or as light as it can be, all kind of fits into goth. Now, I started discovering goth through literature mainly because, well, I started reading a lot when I was 13 or 14, discovered the book Les Fleurs du Mal by Charles Baudelaire. I also read a lot of Edgar Allan Poe books. I read most of my books in French, so if you ever see me do a video on books, I will have them in French mostly. Anyhow, and then through Vampire Freaks I discovered a lot of music that people were sharing on there, and when I started to go out, that's when I really discovered goth as the entire package. Question number 5. What do you dislike about being goth? That I can't be myself 100% of the time. When I go to my job, I have to alter my personality and my style to being socially acceptable, as they try and call it. Now, I have made a video onto how to stay goth at the office, and that is actually what I do on a daily basis when I have to go to work, but I actually feel the best version of myself when I can be, as you can see me on my channel, so all on goth. I really love this style. What I dislike is that people judge really fast, so they automatically assume that if you are goth, that you are a negative person, that you cut yourself. Those are things that I have never done, but people just assume I have. They also assume that you are immediately into fetish. So there was once a party I went to which was marketed as a goth party. When I arrived there, it was a fetish party where most people weren't wearing a lot. So it's really misconceptions about goth that I dislike. Now more and more people are goth or know someone that is goth, so I think it's getting better, and most people here in the town I live in don't judge me anymore. They don't look surprised when I walk like this on the street. Not that I do so a lot, but they're kind of getting used to it. Question number 6. What do your parents think about it? Now, when I started becoming goth, I lived at my mom's place, and she was actually really supportive because she had been punk when she was younger, so she kind of knew what goth was, since goth comes from punk as well. So she actually helped me getting books, helped me getting magazines that were on goth and alternative subcultures. She was really supportive. Even when we went clothing shopping, it was like, oh, there's a corset inspired top, shouldn't you get that one? She was really supportive of me. So my mom actually totally changed once I went to university. She asked me to remove some of my piercings because she thought I wasn't going to be able to find the job that I would love to do because of my body modifications. She's really against piercings and tattoos. She doesn't know about my tattoos, she doesn't know about some of my piercings, and that's okay. I live on my own, well, with my boyfriend now, so she doesn't have to look at it anymore. I have a job that I love to do where they do not mind me having a nose piercing. I still have to flip my septum piercing inside my nose, but that's something that I knew going into it. My dad didn't see me going through the entire process, so he saw me when I moved back when I was about 17 or 18. So I had already dyed my hair black, I already went to parties, I already had the clothes that I liked, so he couldn't really tell anything about it, but he was really supportive, although he sometimes made like stupid comments about it. He actually helped me buy some things on eBay because he had an eBay account and I didn't. So yeah, both of my parents were actually quite supportive of my style. Question number 7, eyebrows or no eyebrows? Now this is a question that I have to answer in 2 parts. 1, eyebrows, because I have obviously eyebrows and I am too lazy to draw them on or fill them in every single day, but I do really love the aesthetic of no eyebrows and drawing them back on. So if someday I don't have to draw my eyebrows every day, or there is a in-between solution, I would totally love to try out like the drawn on eyebrows. I think it looks really cool, but for now I'm just sticking to them. Question number 8, what is your favorite band? Well, I can't actually give you just one because I listen to a lot of music and a lot of genres of music, but I could narrow it down to a few bands. The first one being Suicide Commando, the second one being Soulman, the third one being Rob Zombie. So those 3 bands are the bands I listen a lot to. I obviously listen to other bands as well, but those 3 are on my top playlist right now. Question number 7, your opinion on Marilyn Manson. Now, I do have a few things by Marilyn Manson, and those date mostly from my younger goth days. I don't especially like his style or think he is goth, and I don't especially hate it. So my opinion on Marilyn Manson, yeah, I don't know actually what my opinion on him is. I like some of his music, I like some of his aesthetics, but I don't especially think he is goth and that he represents the goth subculture. Question number 10, what were your baby bad days like? Now, I lived in a really remote part of the country, so I didn't have other people to reflect on being goth or meet or anything. So I just experimented on my own with the things I could find around me. So most of my clothes came from eBay or from small shops and weren't actually goth clothes. I was on Vampire Freaks and I was a lot on YouTube watching videos by goth bands, being inspired by other people. So that really allowed me to create my own style at the time, which was heavily inspired by Evanescence, I must admit. Yeah, but it allowed me to discover it a bit on my own, and I think if I would have lived in Antwerp at the time, or in Ghent at the time, that my style would have been completely different. But to me, it was somehow a way to express myself, and when I started going out I already had a large knowledge about goth, a large basis of clothes that I could wear. So I think my baby bad days were a bit lonely and a bit in a separate place from other goths, but I think they were pretty awesome. So these were the 10 questions for the Goth Tag. I hope you guys enjoyed it in better quality than the previous one. If you still have any questions about my style, about being goth, etc., you can always ask them in the comment section. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, maybe even subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you here for every single video I make, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye!